I've had to evolve, and I've had to show up, and I've had to just say yes, even if I didn't know the answer. And I think that's really important too in entrepreneurship is if you're given an opportunity and you don't really know the full outcome just yet, or the full step by steps, it's really important to still put your hand up and say, yes, I'll give it a go. Yes, I can do it. Because if you're the type of person who's driven and you have skills and you can, utilize those skills in many ways, you will find a way. And I think at those times, it's very easy to give up because you think, oh my goodness, like this is too much. I don't know the plan. I don't have the steps. But a lot of the times when I've been transitioning or evolving or trying to figure things out, I've always just gone, okay, what's the next step? What's the next thing that I need to do to get me where I need to be? So try not to think about the whole thing at once, because in saying that, look, I started my Eva Academy and I was training people to become executive virtual assistants. But then I had all these entrepreneurs coming to me saying, Isla, okay, so you're training these executive virtual assistants. How can I recruit an executive virtual assistant? Can you help me with that? So then it evolved, and now I'm in this place where I actually help entrepreneurs recruit, and we find somebody that's the perfect match for them. But we also have these amazing people coming through and getting trained in that area. So it's like I'm not only helping the entrepreneurs, but I'm helping professional people who want to get into this space and work with entrepreneurs. I get to help both sides. And this evolved because I was doing just recruitment on its own as well. And I was doing the academy. And now I've come to a place where it's all working together really well. But that wasn't what I thought it would be a year ago. So it's always evolving.
Wow, that's such an important point there. Like, we obviously within our context, we talk about content evolution, right? Like people start publishing one piece and then that starts to evolve into like a longer piece or into a show. Like we have our own story from Facebook Lives to this live show, then a bunch of assets, right? And at the end of the day, like that's a process, right? But then you grab that vertical and put it in your business, you know, on the business vertical with the processes and operations and systems, that's going to evolve, right? And I think a lot of people starting their own businesses or their own ventures feel like that's very fixed. And then they commit to one thing. It's like, oh, it has to be like perfect. Like, well, the second you change perspective and that starts to like move and be like, okay, let me give myself permission to start adapting, it will change into a wonderful thing. And you are the perfect example of that. You know, you started by listening to your audience. You continue by listening to your audience, right? They're like, Isla, how do I actually do A? And then you're like, here it is, right? And then you're like, Isla, how do I actually do B? Oh, here it is, right? And continue listening to your audience. You are providing the solution that they want, which we talk a lot about here on the show, right? It's like that frictionless, we call it frictionless sale. But at the end of the day, it's like the value is really what they want instead of what they need. But it's like want and need, which is more powerful, right? And now you're helping so many people. So thank you for bringing that out. I want to highlight that again because like it's the second time that comes up. It's like listening to your audience, guys. Please, if you're listening and watching, let this be the lesson of the first 20 minutes. Not only on your business, like your content, like what is the audience telling you? What is your clientele telling you? Like what is the solutions, right? Sometimes we want to push what we really want to push out there, but then we don't listen, and then you know we wonder why it's not working out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know, a while ago, I was editing this podcast episode with Phil Jones. He's a salesman from the UK and super wise guy. Honestly, I was like, wow, that was super impressive. First time I heard it. And he said something that really stuck out to me. He's like, the moment I gained clarity was the moment I realized nobody knew what they were doing.